Hey guys, Pretty here. I'm just flicking my light on. See if we can get it a little bit more bright. Hello, welcome. Happy November. Can't believe it's November already. So I'm here today to do an unboxing and chat with you about supplies for our Old St. Nick project. And I just love this style of Christmas decor. It's almost got like the primitive feel to it, very rustic. I could see like ripped up or ripped strips of fabric for a bow instead of this. Oh, I just love that style. And love crafting with it. So I didn't do the fabric this time, but definitely that is on my to-do list to do that. So this is what we are making, Old St. Nick. Let's talk about what comes in your box. So you are going to start with a piece of paper. I did include scrapbook paper for the hat. You do not need to use it. You could just paint it. You could do some different stenciling on there. Another idea that I thought would be really cool would be to paint it and then in either paint it red, and then with a darker red or a lighter red paint some burlap and then press it on, and you get this really cool textured finish. You could do that, or you could use the paper. When we do the tutorial, I will show you how to use the paper to create this fun patterned hat. Now, if you also look, I did leave it kind of wrinkly. I purposefully wrinkled it where I thought maybe the hat has a little fold in it and things like that. So this is not, there's this wrinkle up there. So I loved even adding some more texture that way by wrinkling the paper. So there's that. All right. So you've got your piece of paper. It's just random. Unfortunately, I can't purchase just the buffalo plaid or one pattern. I just buy a pack of paper and randomly throw paper in there. I think that's kind of fun. It's a surprise what you're gonna get. If you don't love it, don't like it, don't use it, paint it. Or if you have your own scrapbook paper, feel free to use that as well. Okay. And then you have the snowman or Old St. Nick. So I'm just gonna take off the bits here. He does have a base. So you have the base, and then the hat, and the beard. And for some reason, my base does not have the little eyes or the nose. Yours does. Okay. So you will have a little two eyes and a nose engraved on where those should be placed. So that will be on yours. Then you have a mustache, the pom-pom for the end of the hat, the hat rim, fluffy rim, two eyebrows, and a nose. Okay, and again, you'll have those engraved eyes to know where to put those. Then we have the leaves, the berries, and then a sprig of some pine needles, and you can kind of just play around with where you want those. Okay, so that is all your wood cutouts that you'll have. One thing to note is you'll notice on the base there's a hole here. So I put this hole here for hanging, but what I didn't do is transfer that hole onto the hat. So a couple different things you could do. You could use this hole to hang it on a nail, kind of just like the sawtooth hanging cutouts that we do. This will work just as well. Put a nail on your or a tack or a small nail and hang it using that hole. Okay, that's one option. If you want to add a string to hang it, I included this little guy. So you also have this, so we can have some options here. Now this is, it's kind of like a zip tie hanger. It's got little holes in it, so it's kind of looks like a short little cut off pyramid, I guess. It's kind of raised, and then there's a little opening on each side where you can string in ribbon or jute or whatever. And then the back is a sticker. So you take off the protective piece here, remove that, that becomes a sticker, and then what you can do is attach it to the back here. That allows you to put a string on it so you can hang it with the string. Okay, since I did an oopsie there, that's what that, you don't have to use it if you don't want to, but it is available for you if you want to hang Old St. Nick with a string or hanger in the back. Okay, so that's what comes in your box. For this month, we are using just basic Christmas colors. Apple Barrel, any brand, your favorite colors. But I am using a white, a burnt umber, a black. I'm using a Heritage Red, which is a Sherwin-Williams color, but this translates into an apple red in Apple Barrels brand. I'm using a green from Sherwin-Williams, which is similar to a Christmas green in Apple Barrel. And then I also forgot on your insert a peach color for his face, and this is a sun-kissed peach, which is an actual Apple Barrel color. So you do need a peachy skin tone color. You can also use the Waverly Antique Wax. This isn't the bottle it comes in. Maybe I'll post it in the group because I use it quite a bit. But I dump them in this bottle for my classes, but the antique wax is really great for underneath, creating this distressed look. Okay, so I'll post a picture of that because it is such a great product. I really, really love it, and you can get a medium-sized bottle and it lasts forever. I wonder if I have one. No. Okay. The other thing you're going to need is, so that's your paints. With the paper, decoupaging a Mod Podge. But if you don't have Mod Podge, don't feel like you have to run out and get some. If you have even just like an Elmer's school glue, this just works just as well. And actually, if you go online, there are recipes for Mod Podge that includes Elmer's glue. So they're very similar. I think this might be just a little stronger, but this works just as well. You also need a card or scraper, an old gift card, old hotel key, or some sort of scraper, just something to smooth out your paper after you Mod Podge it on, to get all the excess glue, Mod Podge out, and smooth out those bubbles. Scissors, and where are my scissors? I don't have my scissors here. A piece of a pencil and a pair of scissors. Something to, trace your shape onto the paper, and then pair of scissors to cut it out. Masking tape to hold down all the baby pieces, little pieces, baby wipes, a sandpaper, sand block, and or a nail file. So just a piece of sandpaper. This one's from Lowe's, but if you didn't know and you go down the, if you're in a dollar store and you go down the home improvement aisle, I guess, you can get a big pack of sanding paper like this. It comes in varying grits, so super heavy or super rough to smooth. It's not the best, but it does work fairly well, and it lasts through 4 or 5 projects. You know when it's done if the grit comes off, because eventually this grit comes off and it starts to feel smooth. That's when you know the sandpaper is not good anymore. But the rougher it feels, the more distressed it will look. The smoother it feels, it just creates a different finish. I love using just a nail file like this for cleaning up my edges around decoupaging, but not necessary. This would work just as well, and I'll show you that in the video. So something, some sort of sanding block, paper, or nail file. Obviously you're going to need a rinse cup for your paint, a paint plate, and some rags and towels for cleanup. One thing I want to mention is if you don't have the antique wax and you don't have access to get it before we do this project, if you have an old candle, a white crayon, that will work too. And I'll show you how to do that in the video. But so here you can see where we're revealing the brown underneath. And the antique wax does a fairly good job of that because it's got the wax in it. It creates a smooth finish that we can easily just remove some of the white paint from and get this really distressed look. If you don't have this, we can paint the pieces with just a burnt umber, kind of give it a faux stained look. And then take like an old candle. So I've got this old white candle, and use this to create a waxy area where the paint will just pretty much flake off, scrape off, things like that. So either one, sometimes I use them in conjunction if I really want a heavy distressed look, but this works or this works. So kind of keep that in mind. If you can't find this before you do the craft, if you have an old white candle, a tea light candle works great. Those, I feel like everyone has them or have had them, but the ones in the little metal containers, pop it out and you can use that to rub down your item. Or if you have kids and you have a white crayon in their box of crayons, that works too. So another option there for you guys. But I think that's it. That covers everything you're going to need. If you have any questions, concerns, or issues, please don't hesitate to email me or drop them in the comments, or just post a post in the Facebook group. If you are missing anything, please email me right away so that I can get a replacement out to you right away if anything comes broken. For those of you that are getting your reward, this is what the insert looks like. It's a little Santa belt buckle with the word believe. So some of you have those in your box. And I think that's it. I'm super excited to craft this month with you. It's going to be a busy month. I've got 2 craft shows, which I'm super excited for. I didn't get to do any craft shows last year due to supplies not being available for me. So we're back at it this year. Plus I've got a handful of classes, and the new mini Make It series is out. So keep your eye out for emails about that if that's something that interests you. That is going to be live tomorrow. We launch tomorrow. So yeah, lots happening. It's always fourth quarter busyness. So it's good to find some time to get crafty and de-stress. Not only, you know, small business is busy, but so are parents, and it just seems like a busy time of year with the holidays. Every part of the year seems busy for some reason or another, it seems. But so it's important to find time to get crafty, guys. I hope you find time to create this month. I look forward to seeing your creations. Even if you don't do Joy Box this month and you're making something else, maybe you're making a homemade gift, or maybe you're making homemade cards, or whatever it might be that's getting you crafty, I'd love to see it. Post your pictures in the group, and let's inspire one another to get creative this season. So all right, well, I think that's it. I'll let you guys go. I hope you have a great rest of the week, and the tutorial will be posted in a couple days. I think I put down the 7th. I feel like it's going to be sooner than that, though. Let me just see what I posted. I don't have it here. Anyways, I will post it in the group, and I'll also email you to alert you that the video is available, tutorial video. Yeah. Alright, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the week, and we will chat with you later. Bye!